Hello everyone, welcome to the next episode. In the last episode, we got to Vermilion City, took a look around. Went briefly to the Diglett Tunnel and actually captured myself a Dugtrio. I also realized I did have a Spearow on me. But I'm gonna wait. I might capture a spare Spearow, but yeah, this will be useful as a temporary team member to deal with Surge later. But anyway, let's take a look at this route. Now, I believe you can find Spearows regularly on this route, and I believe there is at least one Pokemon on this route we haven't caught. Let's go, but don't cheat! There's also, if I remember correctly, a very famous NPC on this route. Oh no, I don't think it's this route, but it's a later route. But the actual trainer type, as we fight Eddie here, or Eddie, is on this route. But this, along with the SSN that we're about to go to, is a good spot if you want to train up for Surge's gym. Ooh, critical hit, nice. Huh? That's not right. I did my best. I have no regrets. Okay, I could have sworn there was a hidden item here. Win, lose, or draw. Okay, this is the trainer type. Gamer Hugo would like to battle. Fun fact, this trainer was not originally known as the Gamer. This trainer, back in the original Gen 1 games, on the Game Boy Color, were known as Gamblers. That's why the dude is dressed like in what looks to be like a robe and has like a dice cup. They were specifically a reference to gambling. And when they did the Gen remake, when they did the Generation 1 remakes for this, for FireRed and Leaf Green, Horsey, keep yours out. When they did the remakes for this, they decided to change the trainer name, the trainer type, to Gamer, as a way to avoid reference to gambling. And as a result, one of these gamblers, which again, I don't think it's on this route, but I think it's on another route, had their line change, and it's become very famous and memeable in the Pokemon community. Acha! Didn't go my way. Pokemon is life, and life is to play games. That I can agree with. Alright, when I say there's like a new Pokemon, I haven't even bothered trying to look for it. Alright, we got ourselves Ekans. So I can cross Ekans off the list. Yeah, your version exclusive Pokemon will be here, being Ekans or Sandrew. But besides from Spearow, there should be a Pokemon in here we haven't. Yes, this Pokemon! Drowsy! This is, I believe, well, technically your second Psychic type you run into, because if you can capture an Abra and then train it up, it can actually be a good Psychic type. But this, but Drowsy can be a good Psychic type if you don't want to go through the trouble of trying to capture an Abra. Nice, the attack missed. Alright, let's throw that ball. One, two, three. A descendant of the legendary animal Baku, which is that like I presume that's like a Japanese like animal or like mythology. which is said to eat dreams. It is skilled at hypnotism. I might hunt for a spare Spearow. To trade in between episodes. Unless we run into it here. I raise my Pokémon carefully. They should be ready by now. Alright, Dave would like to battle. Shouldn't you evolve by now? At least be very close to evolving? The Nidorans, I remember, evolve to the second stage fairly early, don't they? Here comes Nidorino. Evolved form of Nidoran male. Yep, get pumped for your defeat. Bye-bye. Thank you and goodbye. I better go find stronger ones. I just became a trainer, but I think I can win. Youngster Dylan would like to battle. Alright, this is an easy win for Gerson. Subat. Yeah, why not? Let's bring up Pikachu. Are you gonna get the electric blood in your bloodstream? Yep! If Pikachu's blood is that potent. Oh, come on! Finish it off. Level 16. My Pokemon couldn't win! Haven't they grown enough? What now? Leave me alone. Oh, we got another gamer down there. Yep, Gerson is in the lead. Competition! I can't get enough! Jasper! Not a good type matchup! Oh good, he's an idiot and didn't use a grass move. Critical hit. Gerson will have an easier time dealing with grass types once I eventually teach him an ice move. Not to mention once I get like a proper fire type on my team. and sadly I won't be getting that fire type for a little while. Gerson reached level 31. Wanting to learn Protect. Ooh, I'm wondering about this. Because Protect makes sure that he will never get hurt. What's better than Withdrawal? The thing is, it's not as useful in single player than it is compared to multiplayer. Yeah, I'll forget Protect. I had a chance! The good thing about the gamers, though, they give you a lot of money. I just can't remember any of them can be rematched with the Versus Seeker. You can't be a coward in the world of Pokemon. Watch out for live wires. What live wires? I see dirt and grass. Bendai? Is that how you say his name? Bendai? Yeah, you're not gonna do much, even with the damage. I can't remember if they have Levitate in this generation. Actually, I'm curious. Let's switch to the Doug Trio. Did you have Levitate in Generation 3? No, you did not! None of it. Oh, could back. No, but they could. But in later generations, they could get a move called Magnet Rise, which essentially gave them Levitate. I'm gonna have to double check that. Whoa, you spark plug. Is that supposed to be like an insult or something by calling someone a spark plug? Well, better get back to work. And there's no one else down here. Yes, I presume you're another technician, so I'll switch to the Doug Trio. I'll grab that item in a moment. Careful on laying down some cables. Again, what cables? All I see is dirt. Engineer Air Braxong would like to battle. That was electric! As Mario Kart is happening, spread the word to save energy. Alright, let's go here, grab the item, which is X defense. I might sell that, because I don't really use that item. I have never won before! Is that something you should proudly say? Gamer Darion would like to battle. Hit by the Intimidate. Get this puppy all wet. Vulpix. This guy has both Fire Red and Leaf Green exclusive Pokemon on him. I saw this coming! I was unlucky as always. Check this rock to find an escape rope. And we'll battle a random Pokemon. I'm the best in my class. I train every morning. Youngster Yasu wants to battle. Rattata. Let me guess, your final Pokemon is either another Rattata or Raticate. Raticate. What's up? A Pokemon that's somewhat of a threat. Yeah, wag that tail around, because it ain't gonna do anything for you. Critical takedown. Darn, my Pokemon need to be stronger. There's a fat... I was about to say... Oh yeah, there is a fat Pokemon. There's a fat Pokemon that comes down from the mountains. I bet it'd be strong if you can catch it. Foo! Ha 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 ha! I have never lost! Well, today is gonna be your first defeat. Dirk. Ooh, that's not a good... Being screeched. Magnemite will switch to the Dugtrio. Get slapped. Gamer Dirk. My first lost. You were just lucky, that's all. Anyway, before we end, we'll grab this. Get us a Great Ball. And yeah, I'll probably capture myself a spare Spearow off screen for the trade. But yeah, we will end things off here. I'll probably, we'll end things off here. So if you enjoyed this episode, do like the videos, it helps tremendously. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment down below on your thoughts on this episode. And share the video so that more people can discover my content and help the channel grow. And I'll see you all in the next episode. Later.